Hi students, today we will learn a one-act play, A Sunny Morning by Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quintero. These two were brothers, were known as Quintero brothers. They were the Spanish dramatist. Serafin Alvarez Quintero was born in 1871 and Joaquin Alvarez Quintero 1873. They grew up in Utrera, a small town near Seville in Spanish region of Andalusia. They started writing for theatre at a very young age. They were known as the Golden Boys of Madrid theatre because of their contribution towards theatre. They worked together on nearly 200 dramas depicting Andalusia's life, manner, and speech. Among the brothers, better known plays are Los Galeotes, El Amar que Pasa, The Love That Passes, and Malveloca, a serious drama that received the prize of the Spanish Royal Academy. These well-known writers' works, complete works, were published in Obras Completas 7 volume. The one-act play is distinguished from multi-act plays by the fact that it only contains one act. The one-act play may be traced all the way back to the origins of drama in ancient Greece. So throughout the 18th and 19th century, one-act play is known as either curtain raisers or the afterpieces were written and performed. So by this name it was known either as curtain raisers because before a play it was performed or after a play it is were performed. The well-known one-act play the play is Monkey's Paw, which was first performed as a curtain raiser and proved to be more enjoyable than the main drama. Yes, what are the characteristics of the one play? A one-act play storyline or action concentrates around one key incident. The number of characters in a one-act drama is very limited. The action starts directly at the beginning of the play. Because it is a short play, there are no breaks in the action, there are no intervals. There is no complete character development here. All of characters' varied aspects aren't shown in drama. So moving on, here we have a one-act play which there is a sunny morning. It is a one-act love comedy written by these two writers. Yes, this was the main intention of this play was to entertain the audience, and we find that the main theme is built on love affair with the two ex-lovers in the 70s reuniting in a park. So the story begins where the play begins on one of the autumn's peaceful sunny mornings in a peaceful corner of a park in Madrid, Spain. At the start, we see this handsome, very beautiful white-haired lady in her 70s in the park, and she is feeding breadcrumbs for the birds. And she has come there along with her maid. And we see that the birds flew away when an old man enters there who was named Don Gonzalo. He also enters with his servant, and the servants, both of them, leave them there and they go to their works. But before entering, this Gonzalo was very irritated because the normal place where he used to sit every day is occupied by some three priests, and he wants to sit in the exact place where he used to sit every morning. And now when he came here, the birds flew away and the old lady is irritated and she says something, and he says, "Are you speaking to me, Senora?" And the lady says, "Yes, you have scared away the birds who are feeding on my crumbs." Then he says, "This is a public park." This way of disagreement happens between these two people, and they go after one or the other conversation saying about one or the other fact, and they have a discussion on different topic. And this Laura calls him as ill-mannered man, and they speak about the old age. They greet each other, they call each other as old people because they feel that this irritation comes because they both are old. He say Gonzalo says Laura is old, and Laura says Gonzalo is old. So this way the vice versa of complaining each other of the old age is seen. And the greetings, when they wish, he wishes her, she never replies to him. Instead, she is murmuring about something, and he says that you should wish. And when that's the manner, you should follow the mannerisms. And when he was cleaning his shoes with the handkerchief, she feels irritated, and she says that how come you clean your shoes with a handkerchief? Then he says, what right do you have to say about me? Then she says, a neighbor's right. And this way they go on with the book vision, and he says, I am having good vision. I was a very good hunter, because you can find wild boar's head in the study room. That good vision I had in my young days. Then she says, even I have a tiger skin in Bondor, which means that to be good at hunting, you don't need to keep all these things. Even without hunting, I am having it. It means that it can't, the information you said is not reliable. And this way this disagreement goes on, and they will become friends by a snuff box. And next we see they go on discussing, they have a friendship manner. Now they are good friends. They discuss about the books, and he reads, all love is sad, but as sad as it is the best thing that we know. And they speak about the vision, and she says that your vision is very poor. She reads the book, and she says that she reads very clearly, and he's surprised at her vision. And she says that it is not, she doesn't say she in her solilaki, she says to us, where she says the vision is because she knew already the poem by heart. She knew the lines of that one before itself, and that's what she recited there. And he is mesmerized by her vision. And she says that, and he admits that he is not old as to even though he is old, he is not as old as Columbus, where he went with a voyage with him. And while talking, they come to a discussion where they say about a place called, they both admire, Laura Laurent lived at Maricela in Valencia. They came to the place where Maricela, and they both knew this place very well. And Laura Laurent lived at Maricela in Valencia. According to their conversation, in her youth she was known as the Silver Maiden. She was very beautiful, and she was known as Silver Maiden in her community. She was as lovely as a lily, what he says. And they say about that they knew each other, and this Silver Maiden is this old lady Laura herself. And the guy who loved this silver lady or this Silver Maiden is Gonzalo himself, but they do not reveal their identity. They keep themselves quiet, and they say about how she says that the Laura was her friend, and he says Gonzalo was his cousin. And they say how their love used to happen. He's saying that every morning Gonzalo used to ride through the rose garden on his horseback and toss a bouquet out to her balcony, which she would catch. And Laura used to spend the majority of her time sitting on her balcony. She would toss the flowers back to Gonzalo when he returned riding on his horse in the afternoon. They were madly in love, but Laura's parents, on the other hand, decided that their daughter should marry a wealthy local merchant. And that evening, Gonzalo got into fight with that merchant, and he was badly injured. Since he was very famous in that land, he flew away from there. And that's the really exact story, and how they changed the story. And he knew he hit that man, and he came away from there. And after 2 days, he eloped, he ran away with another ballet dancer, and he lived with her. And she instead she waits for 1 or 2 years. After 1-2 years, she also gets married. This is the exact thing happened, but they say the story very differently. He says that his cousin joined defense, and he went from there, and he went to Africa, where he has a noble death. where he holds the Spain's flag and he says her word and dies. Before that, he had written different many, so not many letters to Laura. No reply came because her mom was, because their parents intercepted that and they did not give it to her. And on the other side, she says a story where Laura also, after waiting for many days when she doesn't get any reply from him, she also commits suicide, where she goes and drowns in the sea, and where she writes the name of Gonzalo and go. This is how they say, and you should read the play very clearly. This is the summary of what had happened, but if you read the play, it's very nice. And we say that we see here what is the main thing is about their romantic past. In past they loved each other at present, and now they are into different lives. Now past and present, see, they say different stories there, isn't it? They never say about their present. In the past they were loving each other, there was a past there, and there was a different story for that one, and at present they are saying something. And in the past, when they said about death and life, death is something where you see they were in love, they couldn't marry, so what they gave a death to that love story by killing each other, because once you were in love you have to marry that person. If that doesn't happen, like Romeo and Juliet, to be a true love you have to sacrifice your life. And here in reality their life is something they are leading, they led a very happy life and they are in their old age now. Identity is one more theme where you can see that they are not revealing their identity, since they could not do that one, they did not marry each other. They don't want to say their identity and to be known that they are the same person, even though they both knew each other. There is a space, we can see over there, a space is where it is kept for them. You know, like she feels very happy to feed the birds, he feels happy to sit on the particular place where he is sitting, where now today in the on the day of that conversation the priests were sitting. So you know, we all have a space for our own, and where which we doesn't want to be taken by anyone else. That space could be the reason why they also want to hide all these things in their memory and keep it there, and without revealing what happened to them. Old age. Old age is here shown as a place where love doesn't only happen at the young age. Even they promise each other to meet each other next day. So old age is where you can do something for others. It's very active until and unless you feel that you are old. And even we feel some nature of fighting with each other, etc., of the which is done in the old age.